What is up, YouTube? I am NintendoMan64, bringing you another playthrough of another game. Well, 2019 is going to be a big year, and in order to make things bigger and grander and more spectacular and all that, I figured I do have some loose ends I need to tie up for this year, including some little tidbits of previous games that I have yet to finish and never get back to. This is one of them. This is Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. A long time ago, I did a Let's Play of this game for Sora's story. And, well, I had planned on doing an action replay, but I, for the life of me, do not want to. So, I'd rather do something quick and simple so I can breeze through the rest of 2019 easily, and this will give me a little bit of time to work on other things. Not too long ago, I spoiled Rebirth, which is the second half of Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. Yes, you're reading that right. We get to play as Riku. This is going to be fun. I hope. Which file do I want to use? What the hell, we'll use this one. Now, this one's a little different from Sora's story, but I'll get more into that later, because we do have some cutscenes we have to talk about. You know. Here's Riku in the void. Where am I? In case you were looking chronologically, this happens in between Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts Days, as well as Kingdom Hearts 2, obviously. But I digress. We must speak to this shadowy person. Sleep. Here, between light and dark. Between... what? The king! Where's the king? Together we close the door to darkness, and after that... Grr. Why can't I remember? I have that feeling all the time, buddy. Your king is far away. Sleep, and leave the war with darkness in his hands. That actually does sound beautiful. The thorny light of awakening will bring only anguish to one in your state. You know what? Yeah, I'd like to sleep right now. Turn from the light. Shut your eyes. You talk like I'm some kind of demon of the dark. Well, you were kind of a dick in the first game. Can you face the truth? Ooh. Here, blanketed by the darkness, sleep is safe. Sleep is eternal. Is this a card? Yes, Riku. That floating ball of darkness is a card. It is a door to the truth. Take it and your sleep ends. Take it and take the first step toward the truth. But know this, the truth will bring you pain. Will you still go? There can be no returning to the sweet security of sleep. Oh, I'd love sleep. I'd love sleep right now, I really would. Yeah, well, seems like a boring place to take a nap anyway. Well said, Riku. Oh, these Game Boy effects, I love it so. And yes, Riku is now in Castle Oblivion. If you don't know what that is, you're sort of up shit's creek without a paddle already. But nevertheless, we have one world card to participate in, and that being Hollow Bastion. So, without further ado, let's commence. This is Maleficent's castle. How'd I end up here? Oh my god, I love the facial expressions these faces make. It's so awesome. Someone must have brought me here while I was sleeping. But who? What you see is not real. It's the world of your memory. Oh my, in my immature days. Memories, not memories! The things you remember of Maleficent's castle, blah 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 blah. Those memories became a card, and that card became this world. The things you see, you've seen them all before, haven't you? Yeah. So what now? Am I supposed to learn something while I'm here? Maybe run into someone I know? Ordinarily, yes. You would meet the people in your memories. Oh my god, I just remember all the memories jokes I used to make because I was such an immature fool. Hey, I'm asking you a question. Riku, don't be rude. Fine, but it better be you I run into across next, voice. I'm sick of talking to thin air. Obtain the Key of Beginnings, and yes! This plays somewhat similarly to how Sora's gameplay played, but there are a few key differences, and trust me, they make all the difference. For one thing, Riku is slightly stronger, and will continue to get stronger as the game progresses. What do I mean by this? I mean, quite simply, Riku does not have the same gimmicks that Sora had when he went through Castle Oblivion. If you'll recall correctly, everybody had to use the card-based system, so you had to use cards in order to attack. While Riku does have this system to attack with, it's not as damning as it was for Sora, because there are certain things that change. Now, as you can tell, there is no slate boosting capabilities, and there is no CP boosting abilities. Instead, Riku has DP and AP. He has attack boost and darkness boost. We cannot access darkness boost at the moment because we are incapable of making Riku give in to darkness until a little bit later on in the game. But there are, like I said, a few key differences about Riku. The most prominent being, as you saw, he can't level up his card power thing, and he can't make himself slates. He will be able to make those slates, which slates, in case you guys forgot, are 3 cards put into one to make one ultimate attack. Riku can make slates, but they come a little bit later on for him, and they're not as damning as they are with Sora, because in case you haven't noticed, when you played as Sora in this game, that little black area right next to where all the cards were would have a 1 next to it. And in order to reload the cards that you used in battle, you'd have to sit there and wait for it to load all your attack points back, yada yada yada. This game does not do that. Or this Riku story does not do that. Riku's story, in essence, allows you to just automatically reload them, because Riku's is, I'm not gonna lie, the reason why I'm doing this and why I think it would be a quick little playthrough to not only finish off a Let's Play that has a loose end to it, but a few other things about it. This is sort of boss rush mode. You'll find out why in a couple minutes, but this is in essence, in of itself, boss rush mode. You'll face nothing but bosses in this game. There's no real story in this. Well, there is some story, but like as you pass through all the Disney worlds, like you'll go to Agrabah, but you won't see Aladdin and Jasmine. It'll just be Jafar. Here is the other big thing. Riku can't build his own deck. In each world that Riku goes through, he will have a predetermined selection of cards to use. So this is his Hollow Bastion deck. It is a pretty decent deck, but obviously, the deeper you go into the castle, the decks will change. And in case you guys don't recall how the battling system works, I will give you a little bit of a refresher of your memories. I know it's been at least, at the point that this is going up, it's been almost 4 years since I've worked on this project. card battling is basically whoever has the higher number wins and gets to actually attack that turn. So, for example, if we were to say, just save here, perfect. If we were to say, be up against, like, let's say Maleficent, and Maleficent throws out an 8, but I don't have an 8 card, she would win that battle and would be able to do damage to me. Let me just see what we can dish out here. Alright. Let's do this. But like I said, as you will recall, yeah, this game is sort of kind of weird like that. Like, Riku's is essentially just boss rush mode. And they actually do give a convenient excuse for the game as to why this is the way it is. Where it's not just going to be Riku going through the events of the story. Because, in case you don't remember in the first Kingdom Hearts game, the one that I played on the PS3, Riku is kind of a dick in Kingdom Hearts 1. And whereas Sora was able to mingle with all the likes of the Disney characters like Alice and Hercules and Jack Skellington and Ariel and the Genie and all that. Riku, while he did sort of mingle with those characters, he spent most of his time mingling with the villains, aka Hades, Captain Hook, Maleficent, Jafar, and all that. And in doing that, you'll find out exactly what it means in, I don't know, maybe in this part, maybe in another part, depending on where I cut. Because, like I said, this is not going to be a long project. This is going to be maybe 10 to 12 episodes. Something that can sort of be like a get-me-over-the-hump project to sort of give me some time so I can work on editing for various projects, including Mario Sunshine and Spyro the Dragon, among other things, because I haven't played it yet, obviously, as I'm recording this, because it is December 19th as I'm recording this. Kingdom Hearts 3 will be out in basically a month and 10 days. So, when that game comes out, that will basically be having all of my attention in terms of playing games. Like, I'm obviously going to still be editing, but what I want to do is before January 29th, I want to have at least 5 or 6 projects done in terms of recording, so I can then have a couple months to edit and all that. So, as of right now, I have only Rugrats done, but I think I could change that and put this in there to be Project 2. Spyro will be 3, and Spyro I could basically do, and I think I'm going to do next week. Probably the 26th, the day after Christmas, because I've probably already announced this, but, actually, no, I'll hold off on that for a minute, because we've got the Game Boy Player thing here, because in case you haven't noticed, I'm playing on, not on an emulator, I'm playing on the Game Boy Player for the GameCube. Mixing through all these little special add-ons, as you can see there, the button to the far right allows you to change the games. You can also change the pictures, the filters, and as you can see here, you can change the background that wraps around the GameCube thing. So I will be using a GameCube controller throughout the majority of this, which is good because it's one of my favorite controllers ever, period. Because I love the GameCube. But I digress. It's like he said, everything's just... What the hell? Oh. Must be nice being back in your old bedroom. You again. Sorry, but these memories I could do without. Maleficent gave me this room. So she did, and you lived here, tempted by the darkness she offered. You cast away your home, your friends, everything. But at least they gave you a nice room. Shut up. Yes, as you can tell, Riku, in basically going into the darkness when Destiny Islands was attacked in the first game, sort of cut his heart off from all the people that he once held dear. This not only includes the people that lived on the island, but this also included Sora and Kairi, which is a big stabilizing force in certain aspects moving on throughout the franchise. Because Riku is a playable character in Dream Drop Distance. In fact, he's one of the most important characters in Dream Drop Distance. And he also has a pretty substantial playing role in Kingdom Hearts 3 if the trailers have given me anything. But getting back to what I was talking about with the schedule, I want to have this done. I want to have Rugrats done. Yoshi's story is a maybe. Mario Sunshine is 3, definitely. Spyro the Dragon is 4. I'm gonna have to end up probably delaying Kirby again. I know I feel bad because... sorry about that. I know I've sort of neglected Kirby and I've wanted to play it for a long time. But the problem is, as you guys know, I don't have a lot of space right now as I'm recording this, and I'm going to be moving soon, so while I do that, when Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, that's going to be my main focus. Then the move after that, and then beyond that, I'll have to figure out how I'm going to situate myself, assuming I have a bedroom. I mean, I don't know, there aren't that many 3-bedroom apartments we can get at the moment, because obviously we can't afford to get a house at the moment. Oh, we should be able to, but like I said, my dad wants to save his money from the house sale and a lot of other shenanigans that I don't want to get into at the moment because, well, that's not what this channel is about. This channel is about gameplay and nostalgia. Hence why I have so much nostalgic bullcrap on my channel. In fact, when Spyro goes up, it'll be the newest game I've had on my channel. I mean, when you think about it, if you don't count the HD reboots of the Kingdom Hearts games, the newest game I've Let's Played on my channel I think is Pokemon Black. Because everything else was made in the 90s and the 80s and the 2000s. I think Pokemon Black would be the newest game I have on my channel. It's kind of weird, man. Haven't done any 3DS games, haven't done any Wii U Let's Play games. Like, I've done Super Mario 64 DS and Mario Party DS. I've done Wii games, I've done N64 games, I've done a lot of stuff, but like I said, the newest game at the moment is Pokemon Black. If you don't count the Reignited trilogy either, then Pokemon Black will remain the same as my newest Let's Play, my newest game played until, God, who knows? Because this year's got so many good platformers coming out, well, like, for my channel, like I said, Mario Sunshine, Yoshi's Island. It's gonna be big. And hopefully I can keep entertaining you guys to the best of my ability. The only thing that really bugs me about Riku's story, Riku's gameplay in this game, and obviously the PS version, the PlayStation versions, is the fact that you can't set up a deck for Riku. And Riku essentially only has one really good deck, and that is his Castle Oblivion deck, which you get to use in, like, in between the, like, if you ever do, like, a boss battle just outside of finishing a world, or in the final level, that you get to use that deck. That's the only one that's really good, because other than that, each deck has its own faults and its own pros and cons, and one of the big cons for Riku's is a lot of his decks are very mediocre. You won't see it early on. I think the only really mediocre deck he has early on is the one in Traverse Town, but then after that, there are some worlds that get such terrible decks, it's actually, like, gross. Like, the two worst decks in the game, at least in this version of the game, because I know they actually ended up changing some of the cards that he has in the PlayStation versions. The two worst decks in this game are Wonderland and Atlantica, both of which have disgusting cards. Like, cards obviously range from 0 to 9. Zeros can break anything but can be broken by anything, and 9s are the highest grade of card that can only be broken by zeros. In saying that, the highest level card in Wonderland and Atlantica is 5. And while Atlantica goes 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. Wonderland is 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, and then done. Like, whereas Sora had an almost limitless amount of cards he could put in a deck, Riku is sort of limited to what the world can offer him. And when you're playing this game and you want to give this game the benefit of the doubt half the time, that can be a hindrance on you. And to clarify, the reason I'm not playing the PlayStation version is to have a little bit of consistency, though there are still differences between this version as well as other versions of the game, but I'll get into those at some other point, because right now I just want to breeze through this first level for you guys, because then I'm going to speed run through the rest of this game. Or at least the rest of this part. No one here either. There's nothing but Heartless in this castle. I love the blinking. It's amazing. Voice! I know you're watching, so explain this. Where are the people from my memories? Tell me! Are you sure you want to see them? Wow, it's kind of dark. Of course I do. But you cast them aside. To reach the outside world, you pass through the door to darkness. Behind you, you left family, friends, home, everything, all in pursuit of darkness. But I cast that aside too. Oh, you walked into that one. You walked right into that one. Then what do you have to show for it? First your home, then the dark. Your heart only knows how to throw things away. It's empty, just like that room. Like your memories. That's why no one is in the castle with you. Your heart is hollow, except for the darkness you couldn't quite shake off. You're full of it. I rejected the darkness. Haha, did you really now? And now we have the key to truth, which, in case you guys don't recall, helps us get to the boss fight in Sora's stories, but after Hollow Bastion, it's going to be the key to beginnings that lets you do that, but I digress. How about Feeble Darkness? You want to collect Feeble Darkness cards. I will say that. In my playthroughs of this game, the most useful cards are the Feeble Darkness ones. Especially later on, but even at the moment, that means the highest level card any enemy can have is 7. And 1s don't become 0s, which is good. I was afraid that that was going to happen when I first played this game, that all the 1s would become 0s, but thankfully that's not the case. And I don't play this game as often as I play the other Kingdom Hearts games. Like, I told you guys, I play the original Kingdom Hearts once a year. I obviously played Kingdom Hearts 2 in 2018 because that was one of my big Let's Plays. And it's still going to this point, if I'm not mistaken, depending on when I upload this. And Birth by Sleep is one I'd rather play over that. And this is just one of those ones that's like sort of like a get me over the hump Kingdom Hearts game. That's why Kingdom Hearts has drawn so much criticism in the past, because they have a lot of what they call filler games. And the hardcore fans like me will make excuses where it's like, oh, well, this game is really important, you just don't understand. And then, you know. But still, it's like, if you want to really think about it, Kingdom Hearts 2 came out in 2006, and now we're at almost 13 years without a numbered Kingdom Hearts game. It's just crazy.